The game's developed by Revolution Software. They have got a good pedigree for adventure games. They made the probably the most common ones people might have heard of is like the Broken Sword. They made like the Broken Sword series. I think there's 5 of them altogether, 5 or 6 now. I don't remember, but they got quite a decent pedigree with adventure games. And this game has been a little while in the making, and it's finally here. And I've been looking forward to this. As soon as I heard this announced, like this a sequel to like a 20-odd-year-old adventure that I loved when I was younger, I'm like, yeah, we need to see this. I don't know if the story continues from where the other one left off, because I don't remember what the other story was. It has been said, in the write-ups and stuff, you don't need to have played the original one. Having played the original one, you're not gonna lose anything out if you haven't played it. I think there's probably going to be like some nods. You might get some some info in there or some nods to the previous game that people that played it may remember, but there's no necessity to have played the previous game. Hello, Gingy Trucking. I need to thank the guys for sending me over a key so that we can check it out. And let's dive in. This came out today, and I believe it's $30 on Steam. And it came out today, also on GOG. It came out today.
I'd already decided it was going to be my last night in Max's village. I was sorry to be leaving, but I was restless again.
Beware! The day grows dark, and demons stalk the gap by night.
Harsh, old woman, stop your superstitious nonsense. Besides, this is the best time of day for fishing, eh, Milo?
Yes, Dad.
Look, he's got a controller on his fishing rod.
I use these broken sensors to make a fish alarm. It detects the fish before it bites.
Oh.
Nice work, Milo.
Milo was just like me as a boy, and the tech skills I'd taught him would help the village after I left.
Do you really have to go, Foster? How can we ever pay you back for all you've done?
It's been my pleasure, Max. One of Anita's pies will be payment enough.
I owed the Gap folks so much. My first tribe fostered me when I was orphaned all those years ago. They taught me how to recycle tech scavenged from city dumps. Soon, I even built myself a playmate.
I'm your friend. Call me Joey.
Joey.
Joey and I were always together. As I grew, I upgraded him. He became the best friend I ever had. But then...
Foster! Foster, wake up! The sensors detect a fish.
What?
It's a big one.
What the?
It was no fish.
Max, keep back! Follow!
Dad! What are they?
Max! Drop him, you...
Dad! Foster! Help me! Help me!
Milo had gone. The machine, too. But its riders had left something behind.
Max? Milo? What's happened, Foster? Where's my son? Max? Max? Oh, no! I told them there were demons stalking the dark.
The stalker that attacked us was a machine, not a demon.
Please, Foster, I don't understand. What happened?
What happened?
I told Anita everything I could, though I knew very little. Max was barely conscious. I could only hope that with Anita's loving care, he would recover. As for me, I had to follow Milo and his captors immediately.
I'll bring Milo home, Anita. I promise.
Thank you, Foster. I know you will.
Dawn was breaking as I left the village. The featureless wastes of the Gap stretched away from me. Night followed day, then day dawned once more. Time lost meaning as the tracks beckoned me ever forward. Determination had long replaced sadness. Whatever it took, I would find Milo. The tracks were barely visible now, blurred by the wind. But I was sure I'd reach their destination soon. Then I saw the thing I feared the most approaching. Sandstorm. I battled forward, but now could only guess that my direction was correct. I decided to save my energy and sank into an exhausted sleep. Maybe the old woman was right. Maybe demons did stalk the gap. For as it shrieked and thundered around me, the storm brought back my nightmare once more. Union City security was attacking. As my tribe screamed in terror, I salvaged Joey's motherboard. Taken captive, I couldn't save my village. But I survived when the security copter crashed, entering Union City. On the run, I soon got Joey working. Upgraded yet again, he helped me overthrow the evil that ran the city. As I left, I told him to make the citizens happy. Union City was no place for me. I wanted to be where I could do most good, helping the scattered people of the Gap. I woke to find the storm had passed. But not without finishing its cruel work. The tracks were gone.
Oh, no.
I was lost, and so, I feared, was Milo. Then, I heard them. Gang birds, scavengers, and in this wasteland, that meant only one thing: people.
People. It's when he was having flashbacks to Union City. That was what happened in the original game.
Despair turned to hope. I was sure that if I could find where the stalker had gone, I would find Milo. Then, in the distance, I saw a girl crouching over a body.
Hello, birdie.
A beady-eyed gang bird was watching me.
Okay. So, like, 3D graphics, like cell shading, this is definitely an upgrade from the 2D of the classic sort of point and click. Like the original game was fully 2D back in the 90s, right? So it's definitely.
I needed to speak to the girl.
Oh, come on, look at the car.
It was an old car from long ago.
Who is she?
The girl was holding a device to the lifeless hand. Hey, excuse me.
Who the hell are you?
I'm searching for a vehicle that...
Ah, no! Damn birds!
Wait, I just... Whatever that device was, the bird had it now.
We will have it soon. I have a feeling. Maybe we can find it. Maybe it can be ours. Turn your screen on a chosen object to move the cursor to it, right?
A corpse lay propped against a rock. The gang birds were eyeing up the corpse hungrily.
She probably got to give him something to eat, right? We haven't. What do we got? Oh, we can give him a bit of pie. What have we actually got in our inventory? We got a crossbar. We got a pie and we got an Android finger. You give him a bit of pie, maybe that'll make him go away. It looked like a nice bit of pork pie, right? I do like a pork pie. Oh, I love a pork pie.
The girl had been doing something to the guy's hand. I wondered what. He'd clearly been dead for days.
Looks like a baton or something next to him. Pick that up as a weapon. There's a money bag. Look at that little sack.
The logo. I'd seen it before. On the androids that had taken Milo.
Yeah, he's dressed the
The
same.
girl was
So.
my only lead. I had to follow her.
And we lost our only food. No.
Union City. I was back.
We're back, boys. Back to Union City.
Over the years, I'd heard rumors of how the city had thrived since I'd left Joey in charge. I was finally going to see for myself.
Alright. Good old Joey. Yeah, Joey was the kind of the robot that you built and your companion in the original game. Your companion back then. So status we've obviously got a crowbar. Carbon steel crowbar with a swan neck, and we got an android finger. This is what one of the androids left behind when they took the kid, right? Options. Let me just a little bit. Okay. Hack. I wonder if that's what the device is that she. Maybe it's like a hacking device or something that she had or something. It looks like we're going to be doing some hacking. Alright. Are you going to be like welcome here? I wonder. Is this a security bar? It doesn't look like very lit in the city, does it?
Halt!
Welcome, unregistered Gaplander.
Well, hi. And you are?
Community Welfare Droid 2CU at your service. To commence your Union City registration, please make your way to the immigration terminal.
That's okay, I'm not here to register. I'm looking for...
If you're looking for the immigration terminal, it's right over there. Thank you.
Hey.
I've never seen a droid like you.
And I've never seen a Gaplander like you.
I bet. And what is it you do?
I tell Gaplanders like you to visit the immigration terminal and register.
Let me know how that goes. Can you help me find a missing kid?
You want to file a missing persons report? Go register.
Have you seen a boy called Milo?
No, but I do see an unregistered Gaplander.
I'm looking for a vehicle that maybe came this way.
A vehicle? Well, this is a freight entrance. So, you're in the right place.
Right. I need to find a boy called Milo. He was...
What you need to find is the immigration terminal. It's right over there.
So how do I register?
Easy. Just go to the immigration terminal and you'll get a U-chip for your temporary ID. The correct route is indicated by these signs.
Sounds easy.
It is. Without it, you won't be able to interact with any of the Munoz devices in this area.
What exactly is a U-chip?
Don't they teach you Gaplanders anything? A U-chip stores your ID and personal data in a micro-implant. The immigration terminal is easy to find. What's keeping you? The correct route is indicated by these signs.
Remind me how to register with Union City?
The immigration... You want a U-chip? That's where you've got it.
Thanks. Are you sure you can't help me find Milo?
You want to file a missing person?
You already...
Good. For a minute there, I thought I wasn't repeating myself enough.
Wait, this robot's got a tail.
How do I get to immigration?
The terminal is at the wall end of the garden. The correct route is indicated by these signs. As soon as you've registered, you can access the Munoz devices.
Wyborg! Thank you, Wyborg. 34 months of the badness. Hello, Wyborg.
What's this Munoz you mentioned?
Munoz is the interconnected computer
Greetings,
system
and,
that is
thank you.
everywhere and controls everything.
Everything? That sounds very similar to Link.
For the convenience of all citizens. And word to the wise, no
Hello,
U-chip,
dog.
no access to the Munoz devices. Not even the vending machines.
Oh no!
So go register.
Not even the vending machines.
Can you tell me about any vehicles that came through here a couple of nights ago?
Read my lips. Immigration terminal. Register. You.
Bye for now.
Pleasure.
All right, we'll go register and
How can I
we'll
be of
come back,
assistance?
right? Hey, we can give it something? No, we don't want to give it anything, do we?
The droid wasn't letting me out of her sight.
Follow me until I register, I guess. If we go the wrong way, is she going to tell us? We gotta follow. You gotta follow the hand sign over there, which means you want to look over here. I want to see if the bot's gonna tell us off.
The gangs look mean and ugly.
Kitty's playground. Oh. Can we go play on the swings? Oh.
Grabbit's independent traders. I'd bought from sketchier places out in the Gap.
How does that check?
A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old deflated tires.
That's the
I
person who's
recognized the
fighting.
girl. She was the one who'd run away from me earlier. I hadn't seen one of these terminals in 10 years. Link. The evil behind everything that happened all those years ago. The attack on my village. The death of my mother.
She can tell us off.
Nothing happened. Probably because the machine had had its innards ripped out.
Where's she going? Over there.
It was the girl I'd seen earlier.
Excuse me. Hello?
You!
Me what?
You!
You're the guy in the desert!
And you're the girl with the corpse.
Okay, first of all, that guy was dead long before I got there. And second of all, it's your fault Big Steve stole my date!
Lost your what? To who?
Hello, FFG.
Do you realize how much potential trade you've cost me?
Honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ugh. I trade. I'm a trader. Name's Ember.
Ember.
What were you doing out there in the desert with that corpse?
Mister, are you looking to trade something or what?
Trade?
Trade, you know, tech, gadgets, knickknacks from the Gap or the city.
That's what I do. I collect stuff, sell stuff, trade stuff. Only, since you're interfering, let Big Steve fly off with my deet, it'll be a while before I can make proper trades again. Now, excuse me.
What's a deet?
My deet, man. DTT. Data transfer tool. Deet.
Beat.
What's the deet for?
Duh, transferring data? That's what I was doing with that dead fella. Transferring his citizen ID for trading, yeah? You distracted me, and Big Steve nabbed it and flew off. Like I said, thanks.
Big Steve.
Who's Big Steve?
You see all these birds all over the place? Big Steve's the purple one, with a beak full of my deet.
I see.
So are you digging that guy's
I
U-chip
see.
out of his hand?
What? No! Data transfer. I told you. I cloned his ID data onto the deet for later.
What happens later?
Well, you know, maybe someone doesn't want to be found. I do swapsies.
For a price.
Yeah.
What do you trade?
Like I said, sometimes people from outside want stuff from the inside. Sometimes people from inside want stuff from the outside. Second one doesn't happen very often since inside's got, like, everything and free. But it happens.
Suppose a guy from outside wanted to get inside.
My most popular item.
Hello, then, Sybil.
Until Big Steve took my deed, that is.
What were you doing out there in the desert with that corpse?
I told you already, I was dating his ID.
Dating his ID.
Only now, Big Steve has my deed and ipso facto, the ID.
Any idea whose body that was out there?
Dunno, just some guy from the city.
How do you know?
'Cause I got the citizen's ID from his U-chip, duh.
Duh.
I just need to know if you've seen a missing kid come this way.
You're looking in the wrong place. Only boys around here are Pixel and Voxel, and the only thing they're missing is a few screws.
Aye.
Are you sure you haven't seen a young boy?
Kinda hard to get lost in a crowd here. This place ain't exactly Aspiration Plaza. So no, I haven't seen your kid.
Probably not, Sybil. We're taking a break from it to check out this that came out today.
Tell me about this deed.
Simple. I collect
Point-and-click
IDs and I
adventures,
use the
yeah.
deed to swap them. At least I did, until Big Steve grabbed it.
We'll probably come back and do some more at the weekend.
Did you see a strange vehicle come through this way?
Strange? You mean like that stinky one there?
No. This one had legs.
What?
Not seen anything like that.
Tomorrow.
Maybe you didn't either, crazy guy.
I'm not crazy.
Sure you're not.
Tomorrow.
That's all for now. Thanks.
Anytime. Oh wait, no. Come back if you want to talk business.
For someone with a business interest in dead bodies, she seemed pretty normal.
I've been kind of eagerly waiting for 310 to go to the open PTU so we could kind of check it out on here, but you know, I'm not gonna drop everything that I've got planned just to play it. I'm not that desperate to play it. It will be here tomorrow. It will be here in like 5 years still. We can wait till tomorrow. You know what I mean? There's no hurry. This is an adventure game. So this is like a sequel to a classic point-and-click adventure from 1994. Red Dog. 1994. Right? Let's try to, before we do anything, let's try. I don't know. Do we?
How can I help?
Should I get this ID card or should I just try to chat with this little bugger? Is he tied up?
A sturdy chain tethered the roundabout to the ground.
Yeah, I'm not in a hurry. I'll do it tomorrow. I mean, it's very buggy as it is anyway, so it could use another patch before I jump in, right? I am very, very much going to be checking out AC Valhalla, yes. Yes. Considerably. I am definitely a big-time AC nerd.
A sturdy chain tethered the roundabout to the ground. Hey, kid.
Hey, weird guy.
My name's not Weird Guy.
I'm Pixel. It's easy to remember because it rhymes with pickle.
So it does.
Wait, what? No, it
I'm
doesn't.
Foster.
I'll remember that easy because your name rhymes with fossil and you're old.
Thanks, kid. Did a vehicle come through here recently?
Maybe. How recently is recently?
Like 2 nights ago?
Oh, then definitely no. But wait, 2 nights ago? My brother, Voxel, he saw this giant monster.
What kind of monster?
Like a totally huge, but not real one.
Huge,
What?
but not real?
I mean, Voxel says it's totally huge, and Ember says it's not real.
Well, which is it?
I don't know what to believe.
Who's Voxel?
My brother, remember?
Can I talk to him?
I guess, but he's not as friendly or helpful as me. Real question is, will he talk to you? He's been hiding for like 2 days now.
2 days.
Won't speak to nobody but me.
Can you tell me where to find him? Maybe he'll talk to me.
Nuh-uh. You gotta earn that information. I don't know if I can trust you right now.
Yeah. I've not pre-ordered it yet. I'm tempted to pick it up for a Uplay Plus and so because there's quite a few big Uplay titles out, you know, in the next 6 months. I'm tempted to get Uplay Plus for a few months to play them all. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm looking for a boy about your age named Milo, who may have come through here.
You're asking the right guy. I remember every face that's come through here since I was a little kid.
Yeah? How many's that?
Like, at least 12. How recently are we talking?
Sometime over the past couple of nights.
Oh, didn't know. Haven't seen no kids.
What's this about a giant monster?
Right, so my brother Vauxhall, like 2 nights ago, it was night time, right? And we had been playing this massive game of buzzsaws and dynamos, so I was like, wah! But, where was I?
The giant monster.
Oh yeah, right. So, later that night, he wakes me up screaming about how he saw a giant monster.
And?
That's the end of my story. Don't tell Ember I told you.
I kind of wonder if he thinks that vehicle was a monster, because it was like a truck with legs, right? So maybe he thought it was a monster.
Listen, about this monster.
Maybe.
Jeez, man. Why are you so obsessed with monsters? They're not real.
This vehicle, it had legs instead of wheels.
Vehicles don't have legs, though.
This one
Monsters do.
Your brother saw a monster, right? You thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, that it was a giant daddy longlegs.
No. That your brother's monster was actually...
A very small daddy longlegs, but very close to him.
No.
I caught a daddy longlegs once. What was your question?
Can we slap him?
What's your story, Pixel?
Well, I'm 8 years old, and my birthday is in only 64 days. I'm really good at math, and I can even lift my sister. And she's super fat.
Very comprehensive.
Yep. Anything I can help you with today?
What's wrong with the roundabout?
It sucks. Stupid Mr. Hobbsworth put a chain on it. He said it was for safety. Then he dropped the chain on his foot.
What do you do here?
Well, me and my brother and my sister usually live in a tribe way over that way by the old burnt-down radio tower.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like so boring there. We come here for the action.
I can see why.
That is cool. I have done I've done that in the past, but at least over here in the UK, we can't do that for pre-orders anymore. Like the codes don't work on pre-orders anymore, and so otherwise I probably would have done that.
What's wrong with Vauxhall?
Like, why is he hiding?
Yeah.
I told you, man. He thinks he saw a monster.
Will you tell me where your brother is hiding? Maybe we can help each other out with our monster problems.
Nuh-uh. You gotta earn that information. I don't know if I can trust you right now.
Uh-huh.
You sure you haven't seen any...
No.
We probably gotta fix it.
What about anything suspicious?
Maybe we just gotta get the
Tall,
roundabout fixed.
wearing a big coat and carrying a purse.
I see. Nice one.
And
He's
his
talking
name
about
was
me.
Vauxhall.
I got the joke, kid.
Right.
See you around.
If we get this
Call it
moving,
if you need anything.
he might give us an assist, right? Yeah, I've tried. Last time I tried it was about 6 months ago, and it didn't work. And it actually says they don't work on pre-orders anymore, so it didn't work. It even says it on their website when you try to claim a code and it says it doesn't work with pre-orders. I think I'm just trying to break this. Let's do it. Is she gonna say
How can I
Push
be of
me.
assistance?
You can't. Whee!
Hey, kid.
Push me. Push me.
I just did.
I've got things to do.
Push me.
You little brat.
How can I be of assistance?
Push me, push me, push me!
Hey, got a moment?
How can I help?
Will you tell me where your brother is hiding?
Maybe. Yeah, okay. You done me a favour. He's hiding in a bench in the garden. I told him I wouldn't tell no one, but you seem okay.
Alright, in the garden under a bench.
Any idea how I can get more answers out of Voxel?
Do it.
I don't know, but I'm getting sick of the whole monster thing.
Any idea how
I don't know, but I'm getting sick of the whole
Right.
monster
The
See you
garden.
around.
Bye.
Okay.
Alright. So I don't know. I don't know why it will let you do it, but not me. And Sybil.
There was a strange smell, and it was coming from the truck.
You think like a horde of birds at the back of that truck.
It was a statue of my friend Joey. I couldn't imagine why they would have
Joey.
erected it. If Milo had been taken this way, I was sure Joey would help me find him. I needed to find someone around here who'd seen the stalker.
I don't know if Joey would SBS have assistance. This is probably the terminal we got to register, I reckon, right?
Whatever it was trying to detect, I didn't have one.
That's because I haven't got the thingy, right?
Whatever it was trying to detect, I didn't have one.
Would you accept a YouTube? This display will show you a custom message. This one. Information panel.
Whatever it was trying to
Oh,
detect,
no, that's not it.
I didn't
It's over
have
here. It
one.
was over here, wasn't it? It was over here. We have to follow the signs. These hand signs. We see one over here.
Those birds weren't going to let me anywhere near the back of the truck. I didn't rate my chances against all of those razor-sharp beaks. Those birds
I don't
want to
go to the truck. Let me just walk past.
The truck.
Jesus. Whew. I didn't even want to go there. Right, follow the sign. This is where the kid's hiding.
Voxel was hiding out in the makeshift den.
We'll come back there in a sec.
I wondered if the citizens minded being electronically tagged with these U-chips.
Because I want to get tagged, mate. I want to get tagged. It's probably, this has got to be the kiosk. Get tagged.
I guess this was the immigration terminal.
Tag me.
Whatever it was trying to detect, I didn't have one.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Union City Registration Terminal. Please place your hand below to receive your U-chip implant. U-chip implant successful. You are now registered with Union
A
City.
U-chip had been implanted into the palm of my hand. I wasn't sure how it was going to help me.
Authorized citizen ID required.
Right, we can click on stuff now. Woohoo! Obviously, we're a scrub, so we can't click on the important stuff. Maybe we got to try to hack it. Yeah, as I said, when I tried, this is a couple of weeks ago, I don't have the option to use the code. I did redeem a code, and when I tried to put it in, it said this is not valid on pre-orders. So I did try to use a code. I spent my Uplay points to get it, and when I tried to enter the code, it said this is not valid on pre-orders, and that was less than 2 weeks ago.
Hello, Voxel.
Shh. What?
Sadly.
My name is Foster. I've just got a few questions. I wanted to ask you if you've seen any monsters.
How do you know about the monster?
So I used my points, and I couldn't even use the code, and the code expired because I got nothing else I wanted to get. Sadly.
Truth is, I'm a monster hunter. I've been tracking a monster across the desert for days. I think he came through here.
And I'm looking for someone brave enough to see it and live to tell the tale.
I saw it.
Can you describe it?
It was big and beastie, and it eats children, and I could hear the screaming, and it was fast and dark and silent.
Slow down, one thing at a time.
It was big, like a giant dog.
A giant dog? That sounds like what I'm after. Did you see any children?
No, but I heard them. I heard kids crying inside its tummy.
And where did it go?
It sneaked off into the city. After that, I got in here. No way am I gonna let it get me.
You've been in here for 2 days?
Still alive, aren't I?
Yeah, maybe I don't know when they might have changed it. Last time I used it, as I said, it was a year or so ago. I used it. But I've not done it since. But it's only like a couple of weeks ago I tried to do it again. So maybe it's a recent change. I know it's been like that. In some countries, like in the States, you've not been able to use the codes for pre-order since last year. So maybe they're slowly moving it around to other places.
This giant dog, where did you see it?
I was playing buzzsaws and dynamos with Pixel. I won, and he was really cross. Then, in the night, I woke up. It was totally dark. I'd heard this sound, like feet padding along the road, big feet. And then I heard screams, children's screams. I ran over here and hid in my fort.
I like his glasses.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Any ideas on getting into the city?
People go in and out of the main gate. Are you gonna go in there and kill it?
Sure am. That's what monster hunters do best.
My name's Witcher.
Then I'm gonna bring Milo and the other children back out.
You will? Oh, you better take this.
Firecracker.
Thanks. What is it?
A firecracker. I was gonna use it to kill the monster, but you can have it.
Ooh. Yeah, maybe that's part of the reasoning. But that's also another reason why I was thinking about just going the Uplay Plus route, just to play it, because you get the Ultimate Edition in the Uplay Plus, and they got a lot of games coming. So 15 quid a month to play them.
What do I do with this firecracker?
I don't know. Throw it at the monster, but cover your ears.
Did you say you heard kids crying from inside the dog?
I think so. Sure sounded like that.
Do you know how I can get...
I already said you need to get across the river and through the big doors.
I kind of wish the game... I mean, sometimes when you're clicking stuff, the options go dark as if you've got nothing else to say, but sometimes they don't.
Did anyone else see the dog?
You see... I keep clicking the same options thinking he's got something new to say, but he's repeating himself.
No one believes it even exists. But you do, don't you?
Which is a bummer.
You believe me?
Don't worry, Voxel. I'm on the hunt. How long ago did you see this dog?
It was 1, 2, 3... 2. It was 2 nights ago.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah. I'm hungry.
Alright.
Can you tell me more about these missing kids?
Only that I heard them inside the monster.
If you notice that one is grayed out. So that one there, the bottom option is grayed out, right? So we've exhausted asking about the kid.
How long ago did you see
But not the
this
others,
dog?
apparently, even though we asked exactly the same
already,
option, right? So
2 nights ago.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah.
That's kind of really...
hungry.
That's not
What do I do with this firecracker?
Whatever you want.
They should fix that.
It makes a scary bang.
See you around.
I mean, you say something
Hey,
different. He just said something different. It's like, I did tell you that already.
I could keep an eye out.
Mr. Hopsworth sometimes lets me have some of his lunch.
He wants some food.
He doesn't usually know that, though.
Ah, understood.
She wants me to get him some grub.
Voxel's giant dog sounded a lot like the stalker that had taken Milo. Now I was sure that the stalker had entered the city. There had to be a way in through the main gates.
But, Rambos, I'm a little bit with you on the voiceovers. just a little bit, definitely a little bit with you on the voiceovers. I wonder if this is the guy that nicks his food, says he nicks his grub from. But if this is his truck, we can ask him what's in the back of it. It's right there. He doesn't care to ask us.
There was an empty space where the power cell should have been.
All right.
The guy looked like he'd been out in the sun a bit too long. Smelled like it, too.
Hey.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Are you...
Whatever you're selling, I ain't buying.
No, I'm not selling any...
A likely story. Name's Wendell. Joe Wendell.
Nice to meet you.
That remains to be seen.
I don't want to alarm you, but there's a strange odor wafting from the back of your truck.
I don't smell out.
Really? Because it's like...
Except the splendid scent of tasty mini Ks, the finest organic knackverse the Gap has to offer.
Don't believe me? Look at those gangs. They love my knackverse. Can't chase them away.
Hey.
So, your truck is full of mini knockwurst?
You betcha. Mini K, best in the Gap. Even contains some real meat. You're welcome to take a handful. Back of the truck's open, although the doors like to play silly beggars.
Oh?
Requires a special technique. Ritual, you could call it.
Ritual?
Aye. Now listen carefully. Step 1, give the bumper a wallop. Step 2, do a little jig. Step 3, pull the door and jerk it hard.
Lollop, jig, pull. That it?
Hey.
That's it, lad. And remember the order.
Captain J, is this open world? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I think it's just got like set locations you're exploring. You can move between, but I don't think it's open world. I think it's you know like a lot of classic point-and-click adventures. You're probably tied to specific areas. I mean, this is the second area we've been to.
Any ideas on how I can get into the city?
Aye, that's easy. You just need one small thing.
Great. What?
A truck.
What? Like yours?
No, not like mine. You want one that actually moves under its own power. That being said, you won't even get across the bridge without an authorized ID. Citizen's ID gets you all the way into the city, privileges and all.
Oh.
I've got ID, all right, but my power cell's empty. Long story short, I could drive in. If I could drive in.
Right, we get my power cell, he might take us in, right? No problem. I said I don't think it is, but I mean I could be wrong, but I don't think it is.
Your truck's power cell is
I'm not expecting it to be.
Aye, emptier than a politician's vows. There was a sandstorm put the bridge over yonder out of action. I was told to go park for a few hours. Turned into a few days. Trying to keep the mini-Ks cool in this heat emptied the power cell. I wasn't stingy on the aircon, mind, or the margarita blender up in the cab. A working man needs his creature comforts. Anyway,
oh, thank you,
13.7 volts drained to nout. And they still haven't fixed that blooming bridge.
And you've been sat here ever since?
No choice, until they send someone out to juice up Bruce's power cell. Someone competent, I mean.
Right, we're going to try to do that, right? So, thank you for using your Twitch Prime here, Captain J. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think the main reason I would say I don't think it's like an open world adventure is because it's out on mobile too, right? It came out on Apple Arcade last month. I think it was like a bit of a slight timed exclusivity on Apple Arcade. And if you get an adventure game come out on mobile, it's probably like limited sort of locations. Which isn't it's not a bad thing to have that though, right?
Do you need a vehicle to get into the city?
You do, but I don't. I've got Brucey here. What I do need is a new...
And you can't just...
Are you mad? Walk into the city? There's guns guarding them main gates, and they'd make mincemeat out of you, Sonny Jim.
The doors, they're
not locked. Oh, and I'm all out of lubricant.
All out of lubricant.
So how can I get in?
Didn't you listen? It's a ritual. First off, give the bumper a good...
Oh, yeah, he told us that.
A jig.
We gotta get rid of the birds
pretty
first.
Technical, huh?
Have to move with the times, pal.
We gotta get rid of the birds that are blocking it before we can get the doors open.
I take it this is your truck?
It's got my name on it, don't it?
Your name is W?
Well, some of it.
Any other vehicles around here I could use?
There's nought round here.
I need to get into the city as soon as possible.
Me too, pal. But Brucey here's not going anywhere.
Those mini-Ks you mentioned.
As I say, grab an handful. Truck's open.
Listen, you haven't seen a child come through here, have you?
Hey, pinch something of yours.
No, he was kidnapped from a nearby village.
Oh, I see. Sorry to hear that. You're not the first I've heard talking about kids going missing in the gap.
Oh.
But I've never seen any come through here.
We're not the first.
Have you asked those kids over by the playground? They've been here a lot longer than me.
Yes, I have. I mean, it does, yeah. I mean, it does look a bit like that. I mean, I don't know if you would know the original, but this is a sequel to a game that came out in 1994, Jay. 1994, man. It's a long time between games, right?
Mind if I take a look at the power cell? I'm pretty handy with this sort of stuff.
Obsworth has it. Told me he'd have it charged in a jiffy.
Great. How long ago was that?
About 1 million jiffies ago. My guess is it's either gathering dust or it's being ground to dust.
I'm looking for a vehicle.
Well, mate, today's...
You're looking
This is a vehicle.
No, I'm looking for a special vehicle.
But Brucey is special. All he needs is his power cell and we'll be on our way.
The vehicle I'm looking for had 4 legs and no wheels.
A vehicle with legs? Think you've got bats in your belfry, mate.
Alright.
So all you need to...
Land snakes alive, yes.
No. I had this sinking feeling that the wrecked power cell in Hobsworth's hut was the one that Wendell hoped would power his truck.
Wait, I mean, he gives that fault as if we knew that it was there, but maybe the game assumed we've already been there.
What was that you said about other missing kids?
Otherwise, it's very good, Red Dog.
Specific.
Go on.
Oh, just rumours.
It is part of Game
Voices on the
Pass,
wind, campfire
if you still got
tales.
your
One man's
your
kidnapping
subscription.
is another man's wandered off and fell down an hole, says I. No kids round here. Oh, except those young bucks over yonder. Sorry I can't help.
I mean, I played it on Game Pass when it came out. Alright. I kind of want to make all these options go dark, but I can't do it. You kind of asked the same question like 10 times and get the same answer in a slightly different way, right? See what these machines over here do now. Now we've actually got our car, we can probably click on this, right? This looks like an information terminal, right? That's an info point. Where's this one? Ooh. Welcome to Munoz. Oh, this is probably our rating, right? So we got a C+ rating. We gotta get ourselves upgraded, I guess. It's... That's no data. Alright. We got nothing. Right, so what's...
Citizen, welcome to the Abridged Audio-Visual Union City Fact File. The Union City walls were forged in 1994 by a small team of resilient workers. A common misconception is that the team was formed of Australian citizens. This couldn't be further from the truth. The city wall was constructed using British steel imported, along with workers, from Hull in the United Kingdom. Many of the citizens of Union City can trace their ancestry back to that small and very dedicated group of immigrants. This concludes your requested fact. Please return for an all-new Union City fact. And remember, be vigilant. This message is sponsored by the Ministry of Comfort.
Well, the original game was like a 2D side-scrolling adventure. Chills and hello, Chills. It was a side-scrolling, just 2D adventure, right? This is like obviously more modern. Any new facts? They can give us the same one.
Citizen, welcome to the Abridged Audio-Visual Union City Fact File. You may have noticed that there are a large number of gang birds in this area. These beautiful and appealing birds are a member of the cockatoo family and are categorized by a large wispy crest found on the top of their heads. Gang are endemic to this region and are found in heavily populated areas. The birds may startle easily, but they are particularly efficient predators and can often be found carrying non-food items that they have taken a shine to. This concludes your requested fact, citizen. Welcome to the Abridged Audio-Visual Union City Fact File. Munoz is the system which underpins all of Union City. The system itself is founded on the concept of a shared space in the digital realm. Devices, droids, and information are connected together in this virtual space. This system forms the foundation of society in Union City and allows us to ensure that all citizens remain happy and compliant. Don't forget to collect your free can of spankles.
Wait, what?
This concludes your requested fact. Please return for an all-new Union City fact. And remember, be vigilant.
I want a free.
How
can I help?
Free pack of spangles. I see what this. Maybe this should say something different to me now. I'll get my card.
Excuse me.
Greetings, registered Gaplander.
Say that again, would you?
A registered Gaplander.
Thanks. Wasn't so hard, was it? How do I get into the city?
Only citizens have access to the city.
Okay, right. So, how do I become a citizen?
You have already started the immigration procedure.
Oh
Please be patient whilst your application is processed.
How long does it take to become a citizen?
That data is not available at this time.
I better get comfortable. What do you do?
Community Welfare Droid 2CU at your service. I supervise this area and guide prospective citizens through the registration process.
Well, you're clearly excellent at your job.
Why, thank you. I'm the latest model, you know.
Okay. I'm looking for a young boy that's been kidnapped.
Don't worry, we'll find him. Is he a citizen?
No, he's a Gaplander.
Ah, well, unregistered Gaplanders cannot enter Union City. Therefore, I cannot help.
Thanks for your...
Thanks for your time. Right, we've got to get like some food out of the back of this truck to give to this kid over here. We got to get rid of these birds, right? Let's have a little look around. What else we got here? What's that dude over there? Block. This is a bridge that the guy said was broke, right? Help desk. I updated my Windows to install all the latest updates on Monday. FFG. I didn't have a problem, but Monday was the last time I tried, and I installed everything that Windows offered me. I put on.
The hologram showed a young woman in uniform.
Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Welcome to Union City. My name is Greta. It is my duty and pleasure to answer any questions you may have about Union City and the local area. How may I help you today?
So I need a vehicle to get into the city.
At this vehicle entrance? Yes, that's right, sir.
Don't seem to be many vehicles going through, though.
How very observant of you, sir.
Thank you. Quiet time of year, huh?
Very. There was a delivery scheduled a couple of days ago, but it hasn't come through.
So is Joey still running things around here?
He was, until just a few years ago.
That doesn't sound good. Hope he didn't screw things up.
Not at all, sir. Joey the Savior was a great leader. Citizen happiness reached unprecedented levels.
Good to hear it. I happen to be an old friend of his.
Oh, we're all friends of Joey, sir. Gone but not forgotten.
Yeah, so Joey was your companion in the first game who you left in control of this city. So obviously this is, I mean, it has been 26 years since the first game, and I think in the game lore, it is also 26 years later, right? So that's probably why these people are, you know, you might, you wouldn't recognize these characters from the first game, right? Because, I mean, the main character's the same. He doesn't look 26 years older, but when we looked at the information on that terminal, we was talking about the city getting built 26 years ago, right? So, which all ties in with the last game, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I mean, I'm still on 1909, Red Dog. Windows, I'm not getting offered 2004 yet. So, well, as soon as I get offered 2004, I do want to install it, but I'm not being offered it yet.
Is there some way I can speak to Joey?
Is that what you have? Do you have 2004 FFG?
Oh, you mean he's not around at all?
Gone to a better place, sir. Went to find peace after a lifetime of service. Some say he strode out into the Gap one morning. Others say he took a boat at dusk and went to explore other lands.
So who runs the city now?
The Council of Elected Ministers, of course.
Greta, Red Dog, yes.
This U-chip thing, what does it do?
It allows you to interact with all the Munoz devices in the area, as well as storing all your personal information.
Sounds kinda invasive.
We prefer the word transformative, sir.
A child has been kidnapped from my village.
From your village? Was the child a registered citizen of Union City?
No, his name is Milo, and...
Polite apology, Munoz can only concern itself with registered citizens.
I was hoping you'd be able to help.
And isn't hope a wonderful thing? In the meantime, do you have any other queries?
Have you seen any children come through this gate in the past 2 days?
Polite apology, I cannot discuss the details of other visitors.
Okay, then. Have you had any other reports of kidnapping?
Not of Union citizens.
What about others? Gaplanders?
Gaplanders are of no concern to Union City.
I need to get into the city.
Easily done, sir. Just drive your vehicle across the bridge and the gates will open up for you.
My vehicle?
Yes, your vehicle. You do have a vehicle, don't you?
No.
What if I don't?
Well, you're about 5 years too late. This is a vehicle entrance now. Freight only, I'm afraid. Anything else I can help with today?
How do I get across?
Just drive your vehicle to the bridge.
How many times could you ask the same
automated
question and get
systems will
slightly
open it
different
for
answers? Right.
And if I don't have a vehicle?
Pedestrians are required to make alternative transport arrangements at this entrance. Anything else I can do for you, sir?
Why didn't you just walk around to the people entrance?
In Union City, sir, there is no other kind of day.
Why don't we go to the vehicle entrance? You know what I mean? Or the foot entrance? Because there has to be one.
One of the posts was jammed.
What do we repair it with? Why not? Jam a crowbar in it. Crowbars fix everything, right? Ask Gordon. That guy gonna tell us off.
Hey! It's working! Hey, we fixed it!
Yeah, piece of cake.
Dude, Council sure is shining in my direction today. Do you know how many times I've scanned this thing?
Well, it's a purple bird with a thing in his
gum. You see, I'm the diagnostician and tech expert around here. Name's Hobsworth. What can I do for you?